Okay, so welcome to the lesson 2 in processing, where we're going to combine the stuff we've learned in the tutorial as well as the mathematical logic together. So at the top of the screen here, you'll see 3 variables being declared: Boolean, red, green, and blue. And remember, Boolean are just like clauses, meaning they can either take on true or false values. And every time it runs through, it will either assign it a true value or a false value. Next, you'll see in the setup, we've created a size of 600 by 600 and a white background. And currently in draw, there is nothing. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to program some stuff and then I'll talk about it. Alright, so now what you've seen is I've programmed in 3 custom functions. One that's called bRed, and it makes the background red. One that's called bGreen, and it makes the background green. And one that's called bBlue, and it makes the background blue. So now what I'm going to do is inside draw is I'm going to program when it makes the background red, green, and blue. And to do that, first I want it to declare when are red, green, and blue true, and when are they false. So the first thing I'm going to do is red is going to take on the truth value of if the key pressed is R. Blue is going to be true if the key pressed is B. And green will be true if the key pressed is G. So if the button I push on the keyboard is not R, B, or G, then all of these become false. If I push B, well then obviously the blue Boolean variable becomes true, while red and green become false. So now, still in the draw, I'm going to run if red, meaning now, what this means is, if this red here is true, then it runs whatever in this if statement. And so what I'll do is obviously we'll just run the command br, meaning that what will end up happening is if red is true, then it runs the function bred. And of course, similarly, if blue is true, then it's going to run the background bblue. And lastly, if green is a true Boolean variable, well then it's going to make or run the bgreen function. So what you will see now is when I run this, is it starts with a white background as it's running in the setup. Now I'm going to push the R, I'll push the G, and I'll push the B. And of course I can cycle through these, and what ends up happening here is as soon as R becomes true, it runs the bred, blue is true, it comes the bblue, and if green is true, it runs the bg green.